God says, a woman is angry at your progress and has made a serious move against your peace. Archangel Michael says, someone has watched your rise with silent bitterness. A woman who once smiled with you has now twisted her intentions behind your back. She cannot digest how far you've come without her shadow beside you. Every step you've taken toward peace has triggered the storm within her. She pretends to clap, but her hands hold seeds of sabotage. Her heart aches, not because you harmed her, but because you healed without her. She once acted like she supported your light, but she's secretly been dimming it in rooms you don't enter. Her envy has become action, and she's moved in silence to disturb your path. She's spoken your name in places where she hides her own guilt, whispering falsehoods, bending truths, hoping to turn the ears of others against your purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 333. This is not ordinary jealousy, it's spiritual opposition. She's rooted herself in competition while masking it in concern. But the divine has exposed her intentions in the spirit realm. You felt the tension. The sudden shift in atmosphere. The coldness behind certain glances. It was her move that stirred that energy. Her words that rippled into discomfort around you, her actions that attempted to shake your stillness. But she underestimated how protected you are. She didn't count on your resilience being forged in fire. Type Amen to get blessing 441. She tried to delay you with distraction, she wanted to infect your focus. But you kept rising. You've been too consistent, and it irritates the demons she entertains. You've kept walking, and that movement rattled her soul. Now she's taken a step she cannot undo. She's reached out to someone with ill intent, speaking of you as if you're the villain. But heaven saw it all. Nothing hidden will stay buried for long. Type Amen to get blessing May 2023. You've noticed strange shifts, people withdrawing, rumors forming, trust shaking. That wasn't coincidence. That was her hand at play. Her words were laced with just enough poison to stain your name. And yet, even in the darkness, your truth glows brighter. She's restless because your life is expanding while hers feels stuck. Her own decisions led her to limitation, and she blames you for her lack of growth. Your peace was not stolen. It was guarded. But the attack was still real. Type Amen to get blessing 600. Archangel Michael says, she's working behind curtains now, sending negativity through others, watching from afar, praying for your downfall. But the shield around you was not made by men. You've been divinely positioned, and no weapon can take your placement. Still, that doesn't mean the pressure won't rise. You felt fatigued for no reason, heavy without cause. That was her energy reaching. But never quite touching. Because what she sent out is circling back to her. That's not revenge. That's divine reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 717. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You never asked for this war. You just followed your calling. But progress provokes insecurity. You've become everything she fears, a reflection of what she could never control. Your elevation reminds her of her delays. She speaks with bitterness disguised as concern. But her eyes burn with anger she can no longer mask. Don't fear her steps. Her moves are visible now in the spiritual realm, and heaven is interrupting her plans. Type Amen to get blessing 802. She tried to block your blessings with conversations built on lies. But your favor doesn't flow from people, it flows from purpose. You're still rising, still glowing, still building. She wanted to see you doubt yourself, wanted your heart to tremble. But instead, your strength surprised her. She's made a move, but the game is still under God's control. Type Amen to get blessing 933. The woman who once sat close to you now watches from a distance with venom in her chest. She didn't expect your peace to remain. She didn't think your spirit would be this stable, that your light would continue expanding. You cut ties, but she didn't release you. She held on in resentment, and that resentment became action. Now she's trying to stir waters that no longer carry her reflection. Type Amen to get blessing 1004. She fears the version of you that no longer needs her. That version is dangerous to her illusion of power. Your independence disrupted her comfort. Your silence was louder than her noise. She told stories about you that echoed in dark rooms, but heaven echoed louder. The truth always rises above whispers. This woman made a serious move against your peace. But peace doesn't reside in her hands. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. She sent others to question your character. Sent energy to cloud your vision. Sent confusion to slow your steps. But you kept walking. Kept breathing, kept believing. Your path is marked. You don't need to see every battle to win the war. She underestimated the light you carry. And now, that light is revealing her in places she thought she could hide. Type Amen to get blessing 1244. She called your name with hate. But the heavens heard your prayers louder. And now, protection surrounds you like breath. You're not alone in this. Angelic forces move around you, unseen but active. Her rage has reached its limit. She has tried enough. What comes next is not yours to fight, it's already being handled. She thought your peace was easy to shake, but peace rooted in truth cannot be stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 1306. Archangel Michael says, her anger is no longer your burden. It is now her own destruction. She will sit in the consequence of her manipulation. Do not entertain her chaos. Do not respond. Your elevation is your reply. She wanted to see you fold. But instead, she'll watch you flourish, and it will torment her every time your name is mentioned. You don't have to explain anything. Truth is not loud, but it is lasting. Type Amen to get blessing 1442. She's speaking even now, but her voice carries less power than she believes. The circles she tried to poison have already begun to see through her. Your spirit is rising above her reach. Her bitterness is aging her soul while yours grows brighter. The woman angry at your progress thought her actions would break your rhythm. But your rhythm comes from divine harmony. You're untouchable in this next season. Unreachable to those who carry confusion. You've chosen elevation over retaliation. And heaven has responded with acceleration. The tables are turning, not by force, but by order. Type Amen to get blessing 1812. She will see you win. Not because she deserves front row access, but because your victory will teach her the cost of envy. Her energy was exposed by your growth. That alone dismantled her plan. Let her watch from behind the curtains she hides behind. Let her feel the emptiness that follows those who try to steal peace. You have nothing to fear. Your future is already secured. Type Amen to get blessing 194. The woman who tried to curse your name is now surrounded by the very shadows she invited. She thought the darkness she summoned would reach you, but it lingered around her instead. Because what you carry cannot be touched by hands fueled with hate. She's exhausted from trying to block what was never hers to stop. She thought your favor came from people, it came from God. Now she's learning that truth in silence. Every attempt to tear you down has built something stronger around you. Every insult became another brick in your wall of protection. You were never falling, you were being fortified. Your peace was a problem for her because it reminded her of what she lost, herself. Type Amen to get blessing February 2002. She didn't expect you to keep moving. She expected you to crumble. But your silence confused her. She had a plan built on false confidence, and your glow exposed the cracks. You didn't respond because you didn't need to, your life responded for you. Now she's watching you rise in places she can't enter. You're not trying to prove anything. You're just being. And being is louder than revenge. Type Amen to get blessing 2132. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20. She wanted others to look at you differently, but instead, they started looking at her the same way. Her words turned into whispers that echoed back at her. She underestimated the power of presence, your presence. Your grace. Your consistency. You've broken every lie with your silence. You've won battles without ever throwing a single stone. That is what happens when you're covered. She has done all she can. But peace cannot be moved by panic. Type Amen to get blessing 2211. She has realized she can't keep up with what she doesn't understand. She doesn't know how you continue glowing through attacks. But she's learning. And with every step you take forward, she sinks deeper into the shadow of her own intentions. Her move against you became her fall. Her strategy became her silence, and now, you are walking untouched into your season. God says, her attempt to break your peace will turn into the moment your name is called higher. Type Amen to get blessing 2344. She expected you to defend yourself. Instead, you expanded. She expected chaos. Instead, you found clarity. Now she's watching your doors open, and she cannot find the keys to even enter the hallway. That's how divine separation works. She can no longer speak over your destiny. Her voice no longer carries weight in rooms that are meant to crown you. You are being elevated. Not to prove her wrong, but because you stayed right when everything around you went left. Type Amen to get blessing 2401. Archangel Michael says, this spiritual attack ends now. This assignment against your soul is cancelled. No more hidden opposition. It has been exposed. You are rising, not slowly, but suddenly. Not quietly, but with a divine force. Nothing will block it. Every lie spoken is being erased by truth. Every false alliance is falling apart. She's left holding on to plans that can no longer unfold. Type Amen to get blessing 2510. Now she must sit in the silence of what she tried to orchestrate. The people she convinced are seeing you with fresh eyes. Your glow is undeniable. Your walk is divine. Your peace is not performative, it's your power. The woman who once walked beside you can no longer follow. You are too far ahead. You are too deeply aligned. This is your final separation from everything sent to distract you. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. She thought she had more time to tear you down, but the time has expired. The room is closed. The table has turned. You are no longer available for hidden attacks. You are too protected to be pierced by unseen arrows. God is handling it now. You don't need to lift a finger. Just lift your eyes toward the path that is opening. She played a role in your story, but not in your future. Type Amen to get blessing 2711. Let her speak. Let her spiral. Let her sit in the discomfort she created. You don't have to confront her. Your peace already did. Her name is now associated with confusion. Yours is being lifted in conversations you haven't even entered yet. That's how favor flows. Quiet. Clear, untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 2833. You are entering a season of proof. Not revenge. Not conflict, just evidence of the hand of God over your life. Her energy can no longer follow where you're going. You are covered in ways she cannot comprehend. Let her watch. Let her feel, let her learn. You don't have to shout your victory. It will be seen without sound. Type Amen to get blessing 2917. You've been patient, you've been quiet. You've been focused. And now, the reward will match the restraint. The blessing will answer every attack. She wanted the world to forget you, but now, your name is being called into purpose. She wanted people to doubt you. But now, they're being drawn to your light. Type Amen to get blessing 3044. You didn't ask for war, but you were built for peace, and peace will always speak last and loudest. You're not just rising, you're rising with protection behind you. With favor before you. With clarity within you. Let the woman who made moves against your peace learn that no strategy built on bitterness can stop divine favor. You are no longer who she thought you were. You're stronger. You're chosen. You're anointed for what comes next. Type Amen to get blessing 3110. She's watching. But what she sees now is something she can't manipulate. You're untouchable in this season. Unstoppable in this assignment. And the same people she tried to turn against you will soon honor your name, because peace always wins. Light always exposes. And truth always rises. Type Amen to get blessing 3244. You didn't just survive her attack, you transformed because of it. Her bitterness became your fuel. Her move became your momentum. Each time she whispered your name with resentment, the heavens lifted you higher. Her anger only confirmed that you're chosen. Because only the chosen draw that kind of attention, now she is left spinning while you're walking steadily. Her plans are tangled in her own energy. Your path is cleared by divine order. You were never meant to break, you were meant to break through. Type Amen to get blessing 3371. She's watching your life unfold, trying to understand how peace still follows you. But peace walks with those who walk in truth. That's something she cannot copy. What she tried to block has now multiplied. What she tried to stop has now accelerated, because nothing sent from a bitter heart can defeat a pure one. You didn't retaliate, and that confused her more than any response would have. You remained grounded while she became consumed. And now the difference is clear, your glow is real, and her intentions have become her burden. Type Amen to get blessing 3440. There's a silence around you now that protects what she can no longer reach. She won't understand your peace because it wasn't created by her approval. This silence is your strength. It speaks on your behalf. It clears every rumor and destroys every false tale. You're rising past every word she tried to plant against you. Her actions have become dust beneath your feet. Now, your name is being mentioned in rooms built to reward you, not betray you. Type Amen to get blessing 3555. She never expected to be left behind, but her spirit couldn't keep up with your growth, that's the truth. She won't speak out loud. You've outgrown the circle that once welcomed her. Not because you changed, but because she chose envy over evolution. Now you're expanding into places she cannot even enter. You've crossed into a realm of peace that can't be faked. Let her feel what she created. Let her sit in the space she tried to force you into. Type Amen to get blessing 3633. She once called you a friend, but friends don't build confusion. Friends don't ignite wars out of jealousy. She pretended to clap when you won, but her soul was cracking with every smile. And that crack has now become a collapse. What she thought would end you only exposed her. Her schemes are known, even if she thinks they're hidden. People are seeing her clearly now. The masks are falling. Type Amen to get blessing 3777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, you never needed revenge, you just needed patience. And now, patience is rewarding you. Her name is tied to gossip. Yours is tied to grace. That's the separation you never had to force. Keep moving. Keep shining. Let your walk speak louder than her words. Because she's realizing now, your elevation came from obedience, not manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 3848. Archangel Michael says, nothing sent to steal your peace will prosper. Nothing shaped against your glow can dim it. Her hands are tired now. Her spirit is heavy. Because envy eats away at the soul it lives in, you've been preserved for this very moment. Watched. Covered. Chosen. Her energy can't follow where you're going, her access has been revoked. Type Amen to get blessing 3919. So rest. Breathe. You don't have to do anything but stay aligned, the path ahead is protected. The blessing next is undeniable. Let her witness what favor looks like on a soul that stayed in the light. Let her feel what it means to lose access to the peace she tried to poison. Because what's rising now cannot be shaken, Type Amen to get blessing 4000. She doesn't understand how you keep winning in silence. How your smile remains steady even when her actions grow louder behind closed doors. That's because your victories don't come from being loud. They come from being chosen. Her spirit is weighed down now. Not by what you did, but by what she did to herself. Every word she used against you is returning with no place else to land but back at her. She sees you being celebrated while she quietly unravels. What she meant to use as a trap became the mirror of her own heart, and what that mirror reflects now is something even she can't bear to look at. You didn't break. You elevated. And now you're unreachable to the energy she tried to tie you to. Type Amen to get blessing 4111. The conversations she started to make you look small now make her look bitter. The tables didn't just turn, they collapsed under the weight of her intentions. She's noticing that no one believes her like they used to. The same people she whispered to are now watching you with new eyes. Because what's real always reveals itself, and you are real. You are light. You are legacy. And she's watching it unfold, unable to stop what was never in her hands. Type Amen to get blessing 4199. There's a lesson she's learning the hard way. When you move against someone protected by heaven, your steps eventually lead to nowhere. You didn't fight her energy with your hands, you fought it by refusing to lose yourself. That's a victory she never saw coming. Now your name is sitting in peaceful places while hers echoes in discomfort. Her bitterness aged her spirit, but your silence preserved your glow, and what she set in motion with her mouth, heaven shut down with your presence. Type Amen to get blessing 4303. She never knew how powerful your stillness was. She thought if she shook your surroundings, you would crumble. But you grew more rooted instead. Your glow is confusing to her now. She wonders how you keep growing without her support, but the truth is, you stopped needing it long ago. Her anger has become her cage. Her envy has become her silence. Her bitterness has become her burden, and you've become free. Type Amen to get blessing 4440. There are blessings being released now with your name on them. The delay wasn't punishment. It was preparation. The path had to be cleared first. And she was one of the things that had to go. Her energy couldn't travel where your destiny was leading. So let her watch. Let her wonder, let her remain confused by how you survived. Because what protected you then will promote you now. Type Amen to get blessing 4555. You are stepping into rooms where peace speaks before you do. Into spaces where no one questions your value because your energy answers for you. She can't reach that place, not because she's blocked, but because she chose bitterness over growth. That was her decision. You chose truth. You chose peace. You chose elevation, and heaven chose you. Type Amen to get blessing 4633. You no longer walk with fear. You walk with alignment. And that alignment silences every voice raised against you without you needing to respond. Let her remain in her patterns. You're building new ones. Patterns of grace, of consistency, of joy. She's losing access with every breath you take in peace. That's what separation ordained by God looks like. It doesn't scream. It simply happens. And it cannot be reversed. Type Amen to get blessing 4704. This isn't just about an enemy falling, it's about you rising without holding resentment. About you walking away without carrying their weight. Because when you let go, God does the rest. You've done your part by staying grounded in truth. She tried to shake your stability, but now she's shaking, not from your hands, but from her own undoing. And you're walking forward. Clean. Light. Free. Type Amen to get blessing 4811. If you wish to express your support further,